brewers, so I'm starting a new wine. In front of you is 2 kilos of apricots. They've still got the stones in. Lovely, lovely. Got them from Lidl. Yeah, I got the right one, Lidl. And they were cheap, so I got 2 kilos of apricots for £2. So that's not bad. I'm just topping up my coffee, because you've got to have coffee when you're doing homebrew. It's either that or alcohol. So, what we're going to do to start off with, because I've still got a few things to pick up, so you get to see it in bits, is we're going to take our apricots and we're just going to take out, yummy, we're just going to take out the pips. And I'm going to go through and take out all of the pips. La 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 la. Tra la 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 la. De-stemmed and de-shelled? No, that's peanuts. De-stoned, that's the word. So now we've got all these apricots cut. As you can see, there's a lovely pile of cut apricots that are no stones, no little green bits. We're going to chuck them back in here. And we're going to stick them in the freezer. Just throw them in. Don't need to be too thing about them because they're going to be frozen. And we're freezing them, one, because they will keep, and two, because frozen ones break down all of the juices and stuff, so it's going to be a lot easier to remove all of the tasty goodness, which is the flavours. Because we want the flavours, letting them ripe for the sugars, which is not going to be that many in 2 kilos, but there'll be enough. This is going in the freezer for 24, 48 hours, something like that. So, in our pan is the thawed out apricots that we put in. I didn't take it out. I forgot to record that. Oh well. Sorry guys. And here's the apricots in a bit of water. And you're just going to squidge it with your hands, like so. And the great thing about these apricots being frozen first is, one, you can do it at your leisure. And two, these are really squishy, so you can get all the juices out. It smells really good even when it's cold. Yeah. I can give it a taste because I like licking. Oh, it's strong. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pop this on the hob and give it a boil. So I've been having a cheeky vape while I'm waiting for, well, basically this to heat up. Added in another litre of boiled water, as in hot water, not boiled and let it go cool. And that's just because it's quicker. So the pulp is good. It brings out the flavour of the apricots really nicely because obviously you're releasing all the starches and the sugars and yeah. It's good. It's good when you're doing extraction like this to use a bit of heat. So before you is not sausages. These are actually bananas. They are frozen bananas. I bought them when they were cheap, and I knew I was going to be using them for homebrew, so I waited until they were black and pitted on the outside, and then chucked them in the freezer for my task. Now I don't want the skins, because, well, you know, why would you? And we're going to be using the bananas, not for a flavour as such. When you add banana into a wine, like so, just throw it in, it has, because of the way it works, it actually makes the wine more like a liqueur. So like a liqueur wine. It's quite good really. It's very handy, and we want ours because it's apricot wine. It's good stuff. You can use other artificial means, I was going to say propylene glycol, but no, vegetable glycerin, that works as a thickener as well. Also takes out some of the harshness in some other wines, but bananas, they work. Leave this to boil for, well, once it reaches a boil, and then we're just going to simmer it for 5 minutes or so, and that's just to kill off anything that's in there and make everything nice and sterile. Here is a close-up of the pot, so you can see what it looks like. It's on a mild simmer at the minute, it's just starting to bubble and stuff, and wherever I've eaten the spoon, oh, there it is, behind me. And as you can see, they're quite big chunks, but with this lovely liquid with the bits of banana. There's a bit of banana. It's all pretty mushy, so I'm not so worried about this, and we're going to be filtering it and squeezing it, so we'll get all the lovely juices out. And it tastes, I'll give it a taste for you. At the minute, it tastes really bitter. Our obligatory coffee. Put them there. So this is now cooled, and inside is a pulp of our apricots and our banana. Since I had to wait for it to cool down, and just generally doing other stuff, I had to go and pick up some water bottles. These are just cheap Tesco ones, as you can tell. Tesco hold 5 litres. Says it on the label, bronze seal. And this is what we're going to be used to fermenting. And it's got the water in, so I'm going to use some of the water because it seems like a waste otherwise. So it's going to be fairly simple. I'm not going to open this up until the last minute because it doesn't need sterilising the first time you do it. Excuse me. It's going to be a light one for a change, and I actually mean it's going to be a light one. I've got half a kilo, or just under half a kilo. I want this nice and light because apricots are tasty and light and delicate, so that's what we want for a change. So it's got some sugar in there, we know, unknown, I should say. And we've got half a kilo of sugar, actually half a kilo of sugar. We've got ourselves clean containers. As usual, you've got the brewing t-shirt. Clean, I had to clean it all from the elderflower one. Going to need a colander or a sieve, but either way, the finer you can do the finer you can strain it, the better the products would be, because it's not going to go everywhere, and you don't have lots and lots and lots of waste at the bottom because all the stuff's sunk. So it's up to you. You don't have to do it, but you won't get a gallon. Do it this way, more than likely get a gallon. We have our yeast nutrient. Oh yeah. And we're going to be adding in pectin, but to mix it up, instead of putting it to one side and leaving it, we're going to do it all at the same time, because why not? It's an enzyme, just to mix things up. So it's not going to be very forthcoming, and the great thing about this t-shirt, because it's super fine, you can give it a bit of welly and you're not really going to get anything coming through. Unlike a muslin cloth, you squeeze it and, well, it all comes through, because it is fine, but it's not super fine. And this is just going to speed things through. How comes you always get an itchy nose or a runny nose just when you've got both hands full? If you want a cider and apricot, what you want to do is take this pulp stuff that we've processed, because it's just pulp, it's not the seeds or anything else, it's literally just the bits that we're not putting in, and freeze it, and then add these in as flavourings into your homemade cider. So it's taken about half an hour in total to give this the first straining. This is the remainder of the 2 kilos and a couple of bananas. I mean, it's not really a lot. When you look at it, it's a bit like a big poo. Anyway, so all that would have been in your fermenter if you just poured it straight in and added the water and the sugar. So it's still got little particles in it, but nothing nearly as big as it was before. Since my hands are clean and the side has been cleaned and sterilised, that is a nice, whoa. It's very, very strong, funny that. So there is approximately 2 litres of this lovely stuff. Ooh. So I'm going to take 1 litre and put it in the pan. Have a bit. Then grab my sugar and put it straight in. And I'm heating it up mainly because I get a better reading. Get in there. And then turn it on. And I just want to heat it through. It's already been boiled and everything. This is just to melt the sugar. So I'll call it 2 1/4 litres. So I'm going to use the water in this mainly because, well, it comes from Ashbeck, bottled at the source. Yeah. How's it go? technically it's a must. That is the official word, but this is a concentrate because it's not finished yet. There's roughly 2 and a bit quarter litres out, so what I'm going to do, put that back in there, I'm going to use the measuring jug to take out 2 and a bit litres. So I've opened it, the clock is ticking. Now we've got our water bottle. I'll just take this off so you can see better. Measured out, there we go. Ta-da! 1 fermenter. So measured out the 2.5 litres taken out, and now we're going to replace it with our apricot must concentrate. Hopefully this works rather well. So in goes the first litre. Yummy, yum, yum. Here's our hot one. Be there. Me being clever, got a funnel. Again, it's been sterilised. Get in, get in, get in, get in. Hopefully, it's got a little bit extra. Got a little bit there as well, but oh well. I'm going to fill it all the way up. A bit warm. So here it is, all looking pretty. Filled up pretty much to the brim, so this is 5, oh pardon me, so this is 5 whole litres. Got my lovely clean hydrometer. Oh yeah. So, good for a change. Got 9% instead of the usual 11 that I seem to keep getting. It's really nice. So we were going to add in a teaspoon of yeast nutrient. Now, I don't have to add it in, but I'm going to add it in because, you know, it's fun. And what this is going to do for the first few days is it's going to go nuts. Teaspoon of it, in it goes. So this bit that we've got extra here, put some cling film on it, put it in the fridge. Give this 3 or 4 days, and hopefully, if everything works, it should push a lot of this stuff out. And it will calm down after that, because it does it. It goes wild with the yeast nutrient. So I'm just going to shake this up a bit more. Adding in the universal wine yeast. Using the same yeast each time, if you hadn't noticed, and this is because this one does everything. You can use it for making champagne. Not quite as good as champagne yeast, but yeah. You can use it for making Burgundy wines, but again, Burgundy wine yeast is awesome. The only difference is you need more temperature control. This is universal. Put our lid on. You can give it a shake around if you fancy, you don't have to. The yeast will sort itself out. Just leave the lid very slightly, still on but loose, so it doesn't explode. Oh yeah. So now it's labelled with everything. Lid's on. We're going to put this to one side and leave it for a month. Put a tray underneath it for the first 3 or 4 days. Basically, you'll know what's going to happen. It's going to go nuts. So it will calm down and steady out, but it's going to go wild and hopefully push all the little bits out, or a lot of them. And that means in our finished brew, we're not going to have a huge crust at the bottom of random crud. We're just going to have, hopefully, lovely, lovely wine. Thanks very much, guys. I'll catch you later. So that's the video over. But don't worry, if you look up above and to your left, you'll see some previous videos that I've done. If you like the video, please give a thumbs up. The subscribe button is down below. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down, get the community going. Leave a comment in the section below. It really gives me some motivation, and it's really good to get some feedback from you. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and good luck in your brewing endeavors. Cheers.